is a Molly's Life update. So if you follow me on Instagram, or you're friends with me on Facebook, or you follow me on my Facebook page, you should already know this, but for many of my YouTube followers, they don't. So I just thought I'd fill them in on the scoop. So if you already knew about this, you can feel free to disregard it, or you can get a recap of what's been going on, even though you already know it. So today is Friday, September 11th. I feel a little guilty making this video on the anniversary of 9/11, but I feel the most prepared right now, and I know exactly what I want to say. I just want to take a minute to respect all those who lost their lives in that tragic incident that happened on 9/11. I really don't know how to say what I want to say without getting emotional. I don't know how to say it without, because it's a sensitive subject, so I'm really bad at those. But basically, I always am saddened to think that that happened, and my prayers are with the families who are still suffering from it. About a week ago on Thursday, last Thursday, so I think that was September 4th, I went to work and I started feeling this back pain. The whole day before that, I went to work towards the middle of the afternoon, around 2 p.m. was when I started work. In the morning, I felt perfectly fine, but I went to work and I had this pre-work snack lunch thing, which was something that I usually have, and so I knew I liked the food that I was eating. I wasn't sick of it, but I didn't have an appetite for some reason, which was weird because I knew that I was hungry and that I was going to be hungry later because I knew I was going to have a while for my break and I didn't want to get lightheaded on the job, so I made myself eat it. And I went to work and I just had this terrible back pain, and I thought maybe I need to go to the bathroom. So I did, but that wasn't helping, and it just kept staying, and I've never had back pain, and so I was really concerned and freaked out. Like I don't feel, I just suck it up, and so this was pain that I couldn't suck up, and I was like, what's going on? So I got some ibuprofen from my manager, and that wasn't kicking in, but I went on break like not long after that, so I was like, okay, I'll let it kick in while I'm on break. But while I was on break, I had my break meal. I had dinner. And again, I was not hungry. I had no appetite. But I said, you know what, it's gonna be 5 more hours on this shift. You need to eat. You're gonna be hungry later. You may not be hungry now, but you're gonna be hungry later and you're gonna regret not eating this. So I made myself finish it, which was a dumb thing to do, as I found out later. Got back up to go back to work, and again, the back pain came back. I thought it was gone, but I stood up again and it was back. And it just was terrible. I had to go sit in the break room and just sit there, and I was crying because I'm the kind of person who hates to leave work. I don't like calling in, I don't like going home early, I don't like going home because I'm sick, because I feel I feel guilty, and it's not because I think everyone needs me because I'm the best worker. It's just I'm here to work, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing, not going home. And so I just felt terrible, and I was crying because I thought, I was worried they would need me, and I didn't want to go home, but they're like, you were in a lot of pain, go home. And so I did. I got an ER, and on the bus, it just was not getting better. I was starting to spit up in the bus in a bag because of the motion, and it just wasn't coupling well with my stomach pain because the back pain had moved to my front. So it was in my chest, my stomach, and my abdomen, and I can't say that word anymore because I've said it so many times this weekend. Forgive me. I know Molly fails at English. Hashtag Molly fails at English. Her major. It felt like someone had taken what they use to measure your blood pressure. They put it on your arm and they tighten it. It felt like one of those around my whole torso, and they were tightening it. And it was a very sharp pain as well in my back and in my front. Couple that with the motion of the bus, and I was feeling sick to my stomach, and I was clammy, hot and cold. It was just not a good thing at all, and I was freaking out because I'm like, this is serious. But I'm trying to convince myself it's gonna get better because I'm the kind of person who sucks up being sick. It's gonna get better, but it did not. And so I called my mother, and she convinced me to call urgent care. So for the CPs out there, call Centric Care. They will actually provide transportation for you, but be warned, only up till 10 p.m. So after that, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do. Yes, so I called Centric Care. They brought me to urgent care, where they told me to go see the doctor at the emergency room. So then Centric Care, urgent care transferred me to the emergency room, and again I started throwing up in the car, this time for real throwing up. So I threw up all of my lunch, which was frustrating because I was like, dang it, I should not have eaten that, but whatever. Get to emergency room, and they do a CT scan. They come back and they say, you have appendicitis. Yeah. Yeah, appendicitis on my CP. Woohoo, yay. Which was really ironic because that's exactly what I thought it was. Like, I was like, okay, the worst that could be is appendicitis, and I'm kind of thinking that's what it is because what else could it be? And it's just really funny that that's what it was. Here's the funny thing, that apparently it's actually pretty common for CPs to get appendicitis. Not to freak you out, but that's what they told me. All right, moving on. They transferred me to the hospital around 3 in the morning, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Dana and Michelle because they brought me to the urgent care in the emergency room and stayed with me for several hours before I finally kicked them out and said, you need to go get some sleep before you work. They are the best roommates ever to stick with me for that long and to stay up that late with me. So thank you guys so much. It really meant a lot to me because I was really scared of going to the hospital myself. Around 2 in the afternoon was when they moved me to pre-ops for the surgery. That was when Cindy and Kat from work came and visited me, which was super nice because I was scared again because I've never had surgery and I was lonely. You know, my mom was coming in that night and my friends were gone so I kicked them out. So I was very lonely and scared, and they showed up and gave me some presents and cheered me up. So that was very nice. Thank you so much. It really touched me that you were generous with your time to come visit me. We didn't need to. And you didn't have to. Like, you took the time to do that. That's so generous of you. They put the anesthesia in me and I was out, which was great because I could not even stomach the idea of feeling someone even being numb there and having surgery happening. Like, ugh. And don't remember anything about the surgery, and I just remember waking up in post-ops and being very groggy from the anesthesia and just continuing to sleep and finally moving back to my room. And basically the rest of that day was filled with watching movies and pain meds and lying down and my mom coming around midnight. Also, I forgot to mention that I did get 2 IVs, which is really scary because I hate IVs. I've always dreaded the idea of having one, so I had one in here and one in my arm. They moved this one to here in my hand, not my arm, during the surgery because this one got in the way or something, I don't know. Yay, good job, Molly. Crossed off the bucket list of things that you were scared of. Yeah, so then it was just recovery and I got discharged on Saturday. The next 2 days were spent with my mom, recovering, kind of just lying down, taking it easy, watching movies, eating very little, and taking a lot of pain meds for the pain. But I just wanted to take a moment to thank my mom for coming. That really meant a lot. I don't know how I would have gotten through those 3 days because, like, even going to the bathroom was like, I couldn't do that by myself. I needed her help just to take all the robes and tubes and everything. At first, when you told me you were coming, Mom, I was a little like, I don't need help, like, it'll be fine, like, I don't want you to come down here and, you know, and waste your money and spend that money. But I'm actually really glad that you came, and it really helped, and it was fun to get to hang out with you even though I was like drugged up. So basically the rest of this week has been just chilling at home and watching movies, getting things done I need to get done. And I had a follow-up appointment yesterday with the doctor just to make sure everything was going well. And he has approved me to go back to work on Monday. I really just want to go back to work and be with the people that I love to work with. What do you want to take from this? Well, that's kind of up to you, but here are a couple things that I thought would be helpful for you. 1, the thing that I learned the most from this whole experience was to always accept help. Like I said, I was telling myself, like, I can get through this by myself. I can do it, like, it's just suck it up and deal with it, but it was actually a lot to deal with. Very painful, and I'm really glad that people helped me that week. It touched my heart to see the amount of people who responded to my Facebook posts, my Instagram posts, telling me that they were praying for me and hoping that I'd get better soon, sending good thoughts. That just really made my day so much better, and it's stupid, but sometimes you need like things like this to happen so you remember how many people care for you, because sometimes you forget, and it's sad that we need these little incidents, but that really helped me remember that people out there care for me. And don't think that sounds like, I don't know, like full of myself or something. I'm just trying to say that sometimes you feel lonely and things like this happen, you realize you're not alone, that people out there care for you, and that really touched my heart. On the tail end of that, there's a lot of people you have to talk to about this. You have to talk to health services, you have to talk to the Vista Way about the college program, you have to talk to your work location about going back to work, you have to talk to the hospital, you have to talk to your doctor. There's a lot of people you have to talk to, so take their help, take what information they give you, be patient, because you're gonna have to help deal with all of this and be kind of the person in the middle. Just be patient and it'll all get worked out, and everyone's rooting for you, so that's really good to know. Again, like I said, Central Care will come pick you up, but when I was waiting to get discharged. The Vista Way Service Center called me and said they were going to provide transportation from the hospital for me. For those of you who don't have cars, luckily my mom had a rental car at that point, but for those of you who don't have cars, they will provide transportation, so that does get rid of some stress for you. Yeah, that's really about it. Just like, you know, accept the help, be patient. There's a lot of like talking you have to do with people. Just make sure you're all on the same page. Love when helicopters fly by and totally distract me. You know, everything's gonna come out all right. There is a policy where around 10 days from work, if you miss 10 days, you could get term. But luckily, because it was a medical reason, I'm not gonna get term. People are out there on my side who will be like, hey, this was a medical reason, like she had a reason to not be at work because I had a surgery. Luckily, I caught the appendicitis. Sounds so weird, I caught it. And just in time, it was right before it ruptured, not right before, but it hadn't ruptured yet, it was just infected. Nothing super fatal or bad had happened. It was like the perfect time to remove it because it was just getting bad. It wasn't bad yet. As painful as it was only getting there. Anyway, I hope this kind of helped you. Also let you know what's going on in my life. I'm really bad at these talking head videos where I just talk to you about random stuff in my life because I just feel like my life is so boring. I don't know how to talk to the camera, but I'm trying. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below with if you have an experience like this. If you have any questions if this happens to you or happened to you. I don't even care, just comment because I love to talk to you guys. And also give me some ideas for future videos you'd like to see. So I hope you have a good day and it's magical and filled with Disney, happiness, and joy, and that you don't get appendicitis because it sucks. All right, bye. Boom.